It do episode 102. Talk shit or get off the pod. It is your boy Andrew Schultz, aka Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and who am I with as always? Joseph Huggie, aka Old Man Huggie. Welcome, motherfuckers. What's going on?
How are you, sir? Love the intro.
Oh,
102, what it do?
102, what it do, as we do.
As we do. No, I mean, things are good. I'm wearing my American flag Lester Pearl shirt. You know,
Hey.
being patriotic after that fantastic, riveting debate that we just watched.
That's right. We're coming through on 8:23, 8:36 p.m. West Coast, 10:36 Central, right after the GOP debate on Fox News, hosted by Brett Baer and some white lady who shall not be named because she will get replaced.
Who is that? Who is that white lady?
I don't know. She seemed all right.
I mean, I guess the whole thing was goofy. We'll get into it.
Yeah, the whole thing is goofy, so we'll talk about that. Faux show.
I wanted to do it live, but then I realized there would be a bunch of shit and it would be a little bit more difficult. So we need to work out some kinks because I was having issues with it. But we're gonna get that down because we can do the other ones. But that would be something that where we was like we'd have to do that before. I don't know if
It'd
we
be
can
really
record
hard
it.
to do. Yeah.
Well, so there's a way we can do it, but it's just gonna be like a video file, and we'll have to sync up what we're watching. That's what'll be difficult. We can pull it off.
Maybe. Screenplayers reunite.
Dude, we need to do it. We can only do screenplayers on like Facebook and shit. Because that's still up.
Yeah.
Episode 2 of Screenplayers is up in its entirety.
Check it out
on Facebook. But like, if it's not, I can't put it on YouTube. We'll get shut the fuck down.
It's an entirety. It got kicked off.
Yeah, it got deleted. Yeah, I tried to challenge it too, and it refused.
Okay. All right. Well. Anyways.
And I was playing their own clips. It's just, we were talking about Krugerrands and.
Yeah, but that Rupert Murdoch, what would he say if he saw that we were like live streaming Fox News without his permission? What would Rupert say about that, dude?
We'd have to do commentary to like keep it to where we're altering it. So we'd have to talk. We couldn't just sit there and not say anything. If we did, if we did that for too long, it would get struck down.
Right. Well, anyways, we watched it, so y'all didn't have to.
But you should have.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm also.
You haven't watched it?
Well, no. The Trump and Tucker interview that.
Oh yeah,
Tucker
I haven't either.
Posted.
Who gives
like
a shit?
Minutes. Yeah, but I gotta watch that. It's just like Russian propaganda to the max, so I have to watch it. It's gonna be fantastic.
Facts. Oh yeah. Shout out to my boy Prigozhin, R.I.P. Rest in piss.
Well, yeah, that's coming up. Yeah, but the Butcher went down. Butcher took an L today.
He did take an L.
Wound up on that block, dude. But I mean, and we'll get
the whole Wagner like hierarchy, dude. It was like 7 of them, all in a private jet, like leaving Moscow, like a bunch of fucking morons.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Putin didn't just have to poison one of you. He took out all of you at the exact same time.
And that was just gonna absorb all of your people.
Hot take: what if it wasn't Putin? What if Putin was actually working with Prigozhin, and then this was somebody else? Was like, nope. What? Yeah, dude, because people don't like him. Like the other mob bosses, like in Russia. Like, what if like this fucked Putin shit up, and he's like, God damn it! Just like when I thought I had it going.
Yeah, everyone's quit.
He's like, I didn't get the fucking money in Africa yet.
Yeah. Now that think about all that shit, there's just those guys are just gonna mutiny, man. They're all gonna splinter off and do their own thing.
Africa's about to get wild right now.
Because they just own massive chunks of like African jungles.
Yeah, it's about to pop off in Mali and dude.
Just scooping up gold and ancient artifacts and shit and hoarding them, and now Prigozhin's dead.
And all of his
people.
Lieutenants. Literally, like just all of them. Like, they got fat and happy, got on a private jet.
Why are they flying?
Together.
Yeah, not even just together. I wouldn't be flying at all. You can't let people
in Moscow.
Yeah, no, I would be in Africa. I would have gone to Africa.
Yeah, dude. I would have just been,
Taking
yeah,
my
dude.
fat
Warlord
Russian,
in Africa.
yeah, my fat Russian ass to Africa and just hit out in the jungle. I would not
Yeah.
be like flying around business class, like on a business jet with a bunch of
Yeah, dude. You're
like
like
people.
he's like the Desert Fox, that Nazi, who just like was like when they invaded Africa and he was just running shit out there, like just a whole nother war in Africa for no reason. The Nazis are fighting.
Yeah,
Like,
it's goofy, and
yeah,
he's flying around, jet setting with his
jet
buddies,
setting. Yeah.
live flat, being flashy, living the scene, and getting blown the fuck up.
Yeah, doing exactly what he said, like, Putin was doing, stealing money and like, like being corrupt. And then he's up in his private jet.
Well,
The only time that plane on record has ever had any issues since it's been like created was it ran into a 737 over the Amazon and the 737 went down, but that plane still stayed up and landed fine. So there's no way that it's like this plane just had trouble. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, they're saying it was like shot down by
Yeah,
Russian
if
air
you see the
defenses
video,
potentially.
like planes don't go like that, like just because it just goes like it goes vertical downwards, like facing, and then just plummets like a missile.
Definitely shot down.
Yeah. Oh, the butcher,
That was your
Putin's
boy.
butcher.
What are they?
Uh, what-
You gotta let me know
He's
what
not
they.
my boy, dude. That guy's a war
You
criminal.
gotta
Like
think. Yeah, but you
he
gotta.
like shoots husbands, goes in and like like what Christie said in the debate today.
Yeah,
Like
dude, that was wild. We'll get into that, but yeah, Prigozhin's a piece of shit.
such a piece of shit.
But now there's a bunch of pieces of shit he was in charge of, so it's creating this power vacuum. There's just gonna be
dude.
these like Russian terrorist cells in the middle of the
God,
African
with a shit ton of gold. That's what they have.
Gold
They have
and
like
weapons.
gold bars.
Yeah,
Yeah, and crypto. Because like remember he was in charge of the Internet Research Agency, which is like the troll farm that like hacked or that tried to infiltrate the United States election.
yeah.
He's the one who was like created that, so he was funding that. So he has like an internet army that's just now leaderless, and and a bunch of dudes with guns with gold in Africa ready to go.
Just like wandering around, like, what do we do now? I'm not sure. Prigozhin is no longer with us. We must. I don't know. I feel like we build maybe community center right
And they
here.
can't and yeah, and they're calling Putin a treasonous like committing treason by killing Prigozhin because he was a patriot. So it's not like these guys trust Putin, who's like whoever's next.
Well, there's a lot of people that were pro Prigozhin in Russia.
Exactly,
like
that's what I'm
citizens.
saying.
Yeah,
So this not like this isn't like just solving all of his problems. Putin just decided that this. I mean, how could he? He's like, dude, how could I not take all seven of them out at the same time? He's like, you guys are just fucking with me at this point. But no, like he just made a calculus that having those people mad at him, who are gonna be mad that he killed Prigozhin, was worth it versus keeping Prigozhin alive. So it wasn't like this solved everything. It was just it was an opportunity risk.
Yeah, and I mean, he knows where a lot of the bodies are buried and a lot of other stuff too.
Well, no, you just try to roll up on Moscow, and he just gets. It's like if you want to act like you're the most powerful dictator or whatever, like you can't let that shit stand. And it was 2 months to the day that it happened, so it's like symbolic Russian bullshit.
2 months exactly.
To see that, whatever that is.
Crazy, fucking crazy.
All right, so I got these therapy questions in here late because I thought we were going to be like live tweeting, live Xing, live skeeting, live threading.
Live threading? Is that a thing?
No, I don't know what it's called.
What is Threads like? I'm not even. Do you like Threads? Didn't you make a Threads?
I did make a Threads, yeah.
How is it? What is Threads? Is it?
I went on it like day one, and then that's it. It's like I think about going on Threads, and then I just click on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, Threads is just I don't know. I'm not like I wasn't really on Twitter though, so you might like Threads.
Well, I just like to read shit and look at.
That's what it is. So I'm saying like it was new for me in general because I was on Twitter in the very beginning until I got hacked multiple times, then I stopped.
Yes.
So it's been like a decade, plus.
See, I enjoy the chaos of Twitter from time to time, and like the weird shit that pops up. That's
Right.
really
So
what
why
I
don't you
like
just
about
get a Threads and look? It's just one click from your Instagram. Start paying your boys. All right. Talk shit to get off the pod, episode 102.
Let's go.
Therapy questions.
All
Therapy
right.
question number 1. You come across an old lady and a baby drowning in a pool. You can only save one. Who do you save and why?
You save the baby
Why?
because I mean it.
Okay, Mike Pence.
The baby. I think you save the baby. It sounds
Explain
better.
yourself.
PR. It's like if you. If
Okay,
it,
so we're in it for the PR. We're in it for
well,
the
I'm just
PR.
saying. You have to make a decision because if you get the kid out, it's like, hey, he saved this woman, but this baby drowned. Everybody's gonna be sad. But it's like, oh, I saved this baby. They're like, oh,
Right. So
whoa.
you're thinking
it's
the
like,
aftermath, the accolades.
well, just it's harder. It's if you could save a baby, but you couldn't save the woman. That just sounds better than I saved the woman, but I couldn't save the baby.
Okay. Well, I'm also thinking about the aftermath. I'm working out a deal with the will of the old lady. She's gonna die soon, anyways. I save her. Baby doesn't have any money. Old lady's rich. All of a sudden, now I'm on the life insurance plan. She dies a couple weeks later from like I don't know trauma from almost drowning, and then I come in on the cash. I rise with the cash is.
See, but I think you could be doing like mourning with like Michael Strahan and shit.
Right,
like,
right,
because you saved this baby.
right.
And then if it's some old lady and then she they'd be like, oh, that's
And then
so
she
sad.
dies,
Oh, that's
and
so
then so
sad.
the baby and the old lady both die.
No.
That's even a sadder story.
That's really sad. That's terrible.
And then you become a villain, and then you parlay that like
Yeah, it's a villain arc into like some Lex
like like Spencer from Laguna Beach or the Hills. I mean the Hills.
Okay.
Like I do some Spencer stuff. Like, you know, people find out I got the money from the old lady, so they're like shocked and like they hate me, but I didn't do anything illegal. And now both the baby is dead and the old lady's dead, and it's just like, oh my god, America's worst nightmare.
That sounds terrible. No, you got to save the
A lot of money in that. A lot of money. You got to parlay that into a presidential campaign.
You got to save the baby. And also, whenever you try to save someone, if they're drowning, normally it's the person. If the person's trying to save somebody, they can drown because like people push people under.
Oh, I know. I actually know of a story that happened. It was really sad down in San Diego where this guy's girlfriend got pulled out with the riptide. He didn't know how to swim. He goes in with like the boogie board, gives it to her, but he dies. Sad.
Yeah.
Dark alert.
Yeah, no, but that happened. So
But that old late.
now you gotta save the baby, man.
Okay, well.
Be doing Oprah, Dr. Phil.
Does Oprah do interviews like that anymore?
Maybe if it's a big deal, yeah, Oprah will do some interviews depending on like what it is and who it is.
So are you prepared for this PR? Like, 'cause you got to catch it when it's hot, you know? It's like you have to be prepared to parlay it into these interviews because, like, if your PR team's not ready to go, like, this might just be like a blip on the radar and then it's gone.
Yeah, no, you definitely gotta like capitalize on it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, hey, look, I saved this baby.
You got to go.
And you just gotta get the T-shirt.
Multiple social media. You know.
All right, get the shirts. R.I.P. Gladys. It's a picture of the old lady.
Got to get the merch going.
Shout out.
Yeah. A GoFundMe.
Yeah, trucker hat. It's got like because then you just gotta.
And then like a dance or a remix.
Yeah. I was about to say you gotta do a TikTok dance or something. Where it's like, say the baby. You gotta like do something. In
the baby
girl. Yeah. Say the baby. Forget that old lady. Say the baby. R.I.P. Gladys. Like yeah.
R.I.P. Gladys.
You were the baddest. Let me tell you.
Saved up baby status.
Yeah. Let's go. We on that Oprah status. And then you're on dancing. Then you're on Dancing with the Stars, and that's like right when it's starting to fizzle out. But then you go really far. You do some funny stuff. Next thing you know, you're like doing a circuit.
Yep.
You go to Netflix show where they're just paying you a bunch of money, even though Netflix is losing money, so it doesn't make sense. You just get your check,
Get it.
live in it,
And then you start a podcast.
Conan,
Oh wait,
three times in a year you do Conan, just because he loves having you back.
that's right.
Hey,
Hey. And then I do Gutfeld.
say
You
that,
know,
baby.
because it's barely entertainment.
Say that, baby. Let's go.
I'm like Sean Hannity, family, faith, in the USA.
Hey,
Those are
yo.
three things. You know.
Okay. Jesus.
Therapy question number 2.
Yep.
If you could bankrupt any person, company, country, or organization, who would it be?
Ooh, you have to go first. I'm gonna have to think about this for a second.
If I could bankrupt anybody, I mean, you can't say Trump because he's already bankrupt,
Yeah.
both morally and financially. So is Giuliani, by the way. Just get our hits in on him. Giuliani bankrupt. I guess an easy one is Russia, right? Vladimir, bankrupt him. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I'd do it for the laughs. Like, look at you, you broke bitch.
Any country or organization.
If you bankrupt China, like, that's a problem for everybody. You don't want to do that. Russia's just a fucking gas station run by a mafia.
I'd bankrupt the cartels.
Really?
Maybe.
You know how many cokeheads are going to be pissed at you, bro?
Hey, man. They'll get some treatment.
You know how many meth heads are going to be after you?
State funded. Ooh, that's so tough. Because you could like bankrupt Nestle. Nestle's a really shitty corporation, and they do a bunch of fucked up shit. So that'd be awesome to just like pull the rug out from Nestle and be like, eat a dick.
It's so funny because our friend, who will not be named, worked for a consulting company who shall not be named, who might have been like consulting for Nestle to do some like fucked up shit.
And Nestle's fucked up.
Yeah,
They do
so
some
funny.
They do some weird shit. So it'd be awesome to bankrupt Nestle. It would be awesome to bankrupt like BlackRock or any of those like.
But that would have ripples through the like entire global economy, you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's not only bad people, the BlackRock's money they manage. It's like they wouldn't have that much money if it was only.
No,
shit
but
money.
I mean, they'd be on some.
That'd be like villain shit, dude.
Maybe they do villain shit.
Okay, but like when you're just you're taking like $20 trillion out of the economy for no reason. That's gonna have a problem.
Boom.
That's like a huge catastrophic problem for other innocent people.
Some end of Fight Club shit, dude.
Yeah, it hurts everybody.
Bankrupt all the credit card companies or something.
Oh man, this guy's evil over here.
Well, isn't that what they do at the end of Fight Club? They blow up all the headquarters of all the.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and then it's like everyone goes back to zero.
Ooh. Nope.
No,
Nope. Hedged. Dogecoin.
No, Nestle would be awesome. It'd be funny to bankrupt Tesla and just Elon Musk.
Are they not bankrupt? Or, oh, wait.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but just to like
No.
submarine
They're
his
not
sheet.
profitable.
Fox News would be funny. Yeah, Fox News would be really funny.
Fox News would be a good one.
It'd be. I would enjoy doing like bankrupting like Chick-fil-A. I think that would be funny. I eat there like rarely, if ever, and it'd just be funny as fuck to the submarine.
Because at a protest?
Yeah, just kind of be like, haha, you know.
I'm saying like, is that why you don't eat there?
No, it's just, you know, I mean, I don't know. They're like, oh, it's this chicken spicy, and that shit ain't spicy. And their waffle fries used to be better. Now they're all soggy as fuck. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, back up. They're doing too much. Now they got, like, mac and cheese with chicken and shit. And I'm like, that's just too much. Like, just cool it.
Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton would be fun to submarine.
No pun intended.
Yeah, that would be.
I'm sure they make submarines.
That would be fucking epic. You could say the NRA, but I think they already went bankrupt, didn't they?
They did.
So
They
you,
did file. They did
so
file.
you can't. There's nothing you can really do about that.
It's a non-profit that went bankrupt.
Or like someone like Jerry Jones or something, just one of those guys who's all like, "Hey, look at all my money." That would be funny to like bankrupt that person.
Okay. I think we're done with the bankrupting. Therapy question number 3. You just became a member of the Spice Girls.
Fuck yeah!
What? Congratulations.
Thanks. Worked hard.
What is? Excuse me, sir. What is your spice name? What is your spice name?
Well, first off, I'd like to say thank you. This means a lot to me. I've worked really hard to have this moment, and I'd be Harry Spice, because the other Spice Girl that's black is Scary Spice, so it'd be Scary and Harry Spice.
Well, how do you feel to be the first American Spice Girl?
It's a big honor. You know, they set the bar high. We might measure that bar in different ways, but at the end of the day, it's still a high bar that I have to meet.
Well, did you not think about maybe being patriotic with your name being the only American? Maybe like Yankee Spice?
You would think that, but no. If we were going to be more historical, it'd be more something like Slave Spice, but I didn't think that was appropriate.
Ooh,
So
ooh. Now you're no longer on the Spice Girls. You were just
that's fine.
Your contract is
They were holding me back vocally anyways, so I'm excited. I'm excited to go solo and make my own.
This is your
moments.
first solo press conference now?
Yeah, now this has become. I'm coming. The album drops soon.
Are you dropping the spice? Are you just Harry now?
Yeah, I'm just Harry. Just Harry.
That was quick. That escalated quickly.
Well, and when you're in this industry, it's ever changing, and there's a lot of moving parts, so you got to be ready for anything.
That's true.
Yep.
What do you think about AI? I'm just kidding.
What would your spice name be?
Let's see here. I mean, what's wrong with Goody Spice?
No, it's got to be something different than Goody Spice. That's too easy, because then I'd just be Huggie Spice. And those are like adjectives: posh, sporty, scary.
Oh.
Except for Baby Spice, but I guess because she's like, hey.
She's a baby.
Like,
Wah.
why y'all niggas got a baby in the crowd?
She was my favorite.
Posh.
What about the other? What's the red one?
Ginger.
Ginger. See, that's not even. That's just a descriptive.
And that was a big. That was yeah. That's
then I'll be. She's Ginger Spice. I'll be Gilligan Spice.
Gilligan Spice. That'd be good.
That gets my Irish people going. It's my American.
Yeah, and you just dance, and when you dance, you're all like elbows and legs. You're just gangly.
And I was like, yeah, I wanted to go solo anyways. Now it's Gilligan's Island, bitch.
It's like gangly as fuck.
It's like Revis Island. No, it's Gilligan's Island. I'm out here on an island, baby. Solo.
Cover 2/3 of the world, or water covered 2/3 of the world.
I write all these songs anyways.
Gilligan's Island covers the rest.
That's right.
Gilligan's Spice would be good.
Therapy question number 4.
Okay.
What is your go-to? What is your go-to Super Smash Bros. Character? So I already know that I would serve you up when we play.
Well, who's yours?
Link.
Link? Of course it would be Link. See, I mean, you could be cheap and you could do like a Kirby, because Kirby's pretty OP and awesome. But my favorite is probably...
What is OP? What is OP?
Overpowered. It's just like not fair. Like it's like...
And then what is an op?
An op, that's like opposition, like an enemy.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, I'm out here looking for the ops. That means you're out there looking for your opposition or your opponent.
All right.
Come on, dog.
Just for the audience.
I'm all about Zelda and Zelda Chic.
Well, what's wrong with Link then?
No, Link's good. I really like Zelda with her magic. She's got a really good triple jump, but she like vanishes. No, she does. She just disappears like a ghost and then it reappears way up top. So she's pretty lit. And if you get good with her, her smashes are awesome.
I like Link because he got a sword.
Link's good, and also Star Fox is great.
It's like I got a sword. I'm like at an advantage. You know.
That's fair.
What y'all are not bringing a sword to a sword fight.
What's your go-to Mario Kart character?
I mean, like I had Super Nintendo and like crushed. Mario Kart was like one of the first game I had. But I would not like haven't played it like recently. But I don't know, Yoshi.
Yoshi's good. Well, that Waluigi.
Oh, okay.
I like Waluigi for sure.
That's why you want to bankrupt BlackRock as Waluigi.
Yeah, that'd be tight. Waluigi would do that.
Yeah, he would.
Wario would do that.
Yeah, he would.
I'm a Wario. I'm a gonna win.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah, dude.
What's your go-to Ninja Turtle?
Ooh, probably. I'm trying to think. I'd probably say Donatello or Raphael.
Same. Mine's Donatello.
Because I was an angry kid.
Donatello's just smart. Well, Raphael's angry. Yeah,
yeah,
I could see you as a Raphael.
Yeah, like Raphael or Donatello.
I could see you as Raphael for sure.
As I got older, more Donatello. When I was younger, I was a young gun, or I was just straight Casey Jones.
I'm just very erudite like Donatello, and you're very angry.
Or I was Casey,
like a black quarterback.
Or I was straight Casey Jones, dude, and I was out there like
Casey Jones, yeah.
Hockey stick, like just beating people up.
That's right. Huh.
Because
this one time, I was hanging out in my parents' neighborhood, like little community center, and then you're supposed to, I guess, apparently you have to like rent it out to hang out there, but it's like small. And anyways, the HOA lady comes in with her husband with like a crowbar and like her daughter with like a camera, takes a picture of us, but we're not doing anything. Anyways, funny story. I tell my dad this story. He goes in and gets a hockey stick like Casey Jones and starts patrolling the neighborhood all drunk, walking around the streets, banging the hockey stick, stumbling and bumbling. That's right, Dutch. Got you.
Wait, how old were you?
This is like I was like 20.
And so you were in the common space, so you have to rent it out, and you were just in there.
Yeah, we just opened the door. It was open. And they thought we were like up in there like robbing it, but we were like hanging out drinking beer. So it's like my friends from college were visiting. This is like in Camarillo, in California.
And they took a picture of you.
Yeah, with a disposable camera, and like the daughter's like kind of hot. She's like our age, and like she's all embarrassed. And so the guy's got a crowbar. And so as we're walking out, I just go to him. I was like, "Hey, how'd that picture come out?" And he's like, "Well, it's a disposable." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Anyways, that's it with therapy questions, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are on to current events. We kind of touched on one.
Well, Butcher. The first one, Butcher being dead, is fucking wild. I mean, we already kind of touched on it, so we can touch on it a little bit more.
Well, hopefully,
it's presumed dead.
Right, that's right. We don't have evidence.
What if he's not dead?
That'd be hilarious.
He's like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Pops up on like Aiden Ross's Rumble stream, and he's like,
He's like dressed like an African king, yeah. Like he's like coming to America type shit.
Full blown, no, or it's just like the rise of a new African warlord is popped up in the jungle, and it's just like Prigozhin in blackface. Everyone's like, dude, that's totally. He's like, listen to me, I am here now. Who do you think you are? I am coming for you, Putin. Like some shit like that. That'd be epic. Huh? You think you can stop us from taking over? You are sorely mistaken. Please, exchange Zimbabwe money for a US dollar. Click link on my email. I really could use your support.
ChristCoin.com.
Yeah, ChristCoin.com. No, but that'd be epic. That would. Oh my God, hope that's in the cards. Blackface Prigozhin. I mean, it'd be highly offensive, and I'm not trying to call for something like that, but I would love for that to happen. Yeah, he let a brief
Well, Prigozhin is not only not dead, but he comes back in blackface.
Yeah, he comes back in blackface.
Resurrected in blackface.
Yeah. And then like later on he's like, you thought you did not realize it was me the whole time. Everyone's like, yes, dude, we knew it was you. What the fuck are you talking about? You're ridiculous. Listen to me. My real name is Prigozhin. They're like, yeah. And he's like wipes his face. With like a hot towel.
No, he's out there looking like Giuliani when like he's sweating in Africa. And it's like the blackface is coming down.
Well, that's when he realized. He's like, I think
it's like a reverse Giuliani.
I think they are on to me. I think people are figuring out that I'm actually not African man. We must make adjustments. Please melt more gold bars.
How would he say his last name and whenever he had his accent in African?
I don't know. Because he would pick some stupid like American style name. Because normally they have some.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, they pick something like that. He's like, "Hello, I am Sam." They'd be like, "What? Who the fuck is this guy?"
No, I'm serious. I think there is like a John.
No, there is. But yeah, so a plane carrying 3 crew members, 7 passengers was en route from Moscow to Petersburg, went down almost 300 kilometers north of the capital, Russian aviation. The manifest later. Commanders were also confirmed to be with Prigozhin were on board. Damn. I don't know for a fact what happened, but I'm not surprised. This is what Joe Biden said.
Yeah, he was like holding like a drink too. He was
drinking that smoothie.
A baseball cap.
Yeah, and that smoothie.
He's like, I don't know what happened, but I'm not surprised. You know.
What do you think is going to come from the debate? Do you have any expectations? He's like, no. What do you think about Prigozhin? I'm not surprised. I could have told you that.
Yeah. He's like, it was either going to be us, the Ukrainians, or Putin.
You didn't see that coming? Come on, man.
It's a bunch of malarkey.
Come on. Yeah, but I mean, so this plane blew up. Multiple individuals had changed their name. Wait, hold on.
I mean,
an expert of internal affairs in a think tank at Chatham House had urged caution about reports of Prigozhin's death. He said multiple individuals have changed their name to Prigozhin as a part of his efforts to hide his travels. Flight tracking data received by the AP showed a private jet that Prigozhin had used previously took off from Moscow Wednesday evening and was transpotted or disappeared minutes later. The signal dropped suddenly while the plane was at altitude and traveling at a speed. The partial tail number matched the jet previously used by Prigozhin could be seen. So yeah, they believe he's dead. All 10 bodies have been recovered at the crash site, and the search operation had ended. Even confirmed Prigozhin's death is likely to have an effect over Russia's war in Ukraine, where his forces fought some of the fiercest battles over the last 18 months. His troops pulled back from the frontline action after capturing Bakhmut, a city in the eastern Donetsk region in late May. Some of the bloodiest battles happened there. So it could be just like a double. It could be a person. Could be
no, because like the Wagner Group has already confirmed it. Russia's confirmed it. I think it's pretty. I mean, unless it's like a big fucking psyop, but I doubt it.
That'd be tight.
Like, well, for what?
Well,
these guys are like trying too hard at this point.
Well, he was your boy, so I mean, how do you feel?
Wasn't my boy?
Did you knew a lot about
Sheboygan?
You knew a lot about Prigozhin.
I did, so, I mean, because he was a big figure in this war, and I know a lot about the day to day of what's going on in this war. I pay attention to it, I should say.
He's your boy, dude. I mean, it's cool.
Well, you know, that's what happens.
But he never like killed any American soldiers. I'm assuming, right? Has he done anything to hurt Americans? No. I'm just curious.
No,
so he did all these fucked up things all over the world.
No. But no, he funded the Internet Research Agency, which No,
I know that, but I'm saying he owns all these like armies and mercenary groups that like.
He's like on the FBI's wanted list for interfering in our election. He was in the Mueller report. He was named in the Mueller report.
I know that. I'm talking about his military groups.
Wagner Group, no, it does.
It's never like openly.
Well, they're well. The thing is, they're in Syria, and we have troops in Syria, but like we avoid each other. So no, I don't think we've ever had any skirmishes with them that I'm aware of.
Interesting. Well,
they know not to fuck around.
Well, I'm sorry.
They know not to fuck around. Don't fuck with the money.
Sorry about your boy, dude.
It's okay. He's not my boy. He's a war criminal.
All right, last topic before we get into just discussing this debate that just happened today. Giuliani, Sidney Powell, Jenna Ellis, everybody besides Trump has turned themselves in Fulton County and posted bond. That's pretty wild that they all got put up on bond, too. But they've all turned themselves in. They all got their mug shots taken. Their mug shots were released.
Ooh, Jenna Ellis. Yeah, she got a face for talk radio.
She's so happy to be there.
No, I don't know, dude.
She's got a big fucking smile.
Well, dude, I guarantee you, it's better to have a smile. Just is. When you look fucking crazy in your mugshot, people talk about it. Ask Lindsay Lohan. Ask Gary Busey. Ask Nick Nolte.
Giuliani was charged with 13 crimes, including breaking the state's racketeering act, engaging in various conspiracies, soliciting a public officer in the state to violate their oath. He agreed to a $150,000 bond package. Sidney Powell's dumbass, her picture is hilarious.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my dude, she's like, woo, she just looks ridiculous. $100,000 bond, faces 7 state charges, including the racketeering, conspiracy to commit election fraud, conspiracy to commit computer theft, and more. Ellis had a $100,000 bail agreement, violating, solicitation of a public officer in the anti-racketeering law. Everybody's pretty much turned themselves in, except for Trump.
And then
Trump's supposed to do it tomorrow.
Meadows and Jeffrey Clark's little bitch ass, who said that they asked for an emergency order so that they didn't have to turn themselves in by Friday, and they're like, no. You do. Jeffrey Clark said it was so that he wouldn't be inconvenienced by having to go to Atlanta on such short notice. And it's like, okay, well, the headquarters of Delta Airlines is in Atlanta. Atlanta's an international airport. It might be like, it's like the easiest place to get to in the entire world. Like, literally, you could be in the entire world and get on a plane to Atlanta that day. Jeffrey Clark is in North Carolina. I think he can get to Atlanta by Friday. And Fonnie Willis said, "Sir, I will issue a warrant for your arrest if you don't get here by Friday."
Yeah, regardless. Yeah, and then Alice had a $100,000 bond. But then there's also Kenneth Cheeseborough, I saw Cheeseborough, Ray Smith, Schaefer. Hold on, real quick.
Okay. Jenna Ellis also saw that she skeeted. We're still not sure what it's called. Tweeted. That Donald Trump should be paying for all of their legal funds, because she can't. Like that's the other thing is like all these people are gonna so broke that they can't pay for it, so that might even convince them to flip even more. But even though that's not how it should be in the United States, you should have. I mean, they get free lawyers if they want. Like.
Yeah, but these people are Trump. Super PACs are paying for some of these people's lawyers.
Some of them, but not all of them.
And the ones that are leaving are the ones that are flipping. So basically, like there's another guy, Trump employee number 4.
Right, down in Florida.
Yeah, in Florida, he's the guy that they approached about deleting all of these tapes, and he just fired his Trump lawyers, got a public defender, and is now cooperating and is flipped. Because anyone, because they're getting offered these deals if they do. So it's like basically obstruction through lawyers and paying for people's legal fees.
He's paying for the legal fees for the people who aren't lawyers because they don't know what they're doing. So he can like keep them closer and like try to manipulate them. But the lawyers who, a lot of them are indicted, like they know like that, that their interests aren't the same as Donald Trump's interests.
Yeah.
So, it's a clusterfuck, but also amazing.
Yeah, but
Mark Meadows is acting like a little bitch. I really hope that.
Well, they ruled against him, so he's got to come back too.
But then on Monday, he has the final ruling of whether he can move the thing to federal court. It was weird because like everybody, like all these people on, CNN, MSNBC, whatever, were saying like that it seems like he does have like a case to move it to federal court because he was working as a federal official. It's like, okay, it was like, no, he was like trying to overturn a state, like, the elections are run by the states. He was trying to overturn the Georgia state election. Like, that's not working as a federal official. Like, I don't understand. But
Well,
even if it goes,
he's trying to make sure because like we talked about before is if these charges stick, they're unpardonable.
no, okay, but let me clear that up. So even if it does go to federal court, it's still tried by Fonnie Willis. It's still tried with Georgia state law. It would still go to a Georgia state prison. They still everything still applies. It's not it does not change any of that. So that you don't have to worry about that. All it is, it changes the jury pool and the judge and like the location of where the trials actually played out. It doesn't change. Like it doesn't make it pardonable now if it goes to a federal court.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah, everybody I think would be freaking out.
But yeah, Kenneth Cheeseborough, Ray Smith, David Schaefer, Kathy Latham, John Eastman, Scott Hall have turned themselves in. Yeah, Mark Meadows and Jeffrey Clark are missing in action, and then Donald Trump's supposed to turn himself in tomorrow, so he'll get fingerprinted. They also the judge ruled that the trial's going to be broadcasted on television, so everyone's going to be able to watch this Georgia trial because the judge ruled in favor of having.
Dude, think about like
it's
all the
gonna be
strip
amazing.
clubs. Think about all the strip clubs in Atlanta, like how much more money they're going to be making with all the like reporters and like politicians and just like dudes coming through.
Yeah, dude, there'll be a lot of baby traps, a lot of thirst traps out there. Dude.
A lot of thirst traps out there.
My son need a new pappy. That's going down, dude.
It's going down in the DMs.
But they all turned themselves in.
Holler at your boy.
They all got their mugshots taken. They're all out. I think Jenna Ellis and I want to say Scott Hall were smiling in their picture. Everyone else
I didn't look at all of their mugshots.
All their mugshots is the thumbnail for the.
Okay,
episode.
but this is the best part. They are releasing their weight, and so you can bet on this right now. Should we throw some bets on this?
Ooh,
you can bet on what Trump's weight is.
You do owe me $1,000.
I was just telling somebody about that the other day.
You're like, dang, I still owe Joseph $1,000.
Yeah. Anyways, do you think he's going to be above or below 300? Could you imagine if he was over 300 pounds right now?
I think he's going to be below 300, but I think he's going to be within. I think he's going to be in like the 280 range.
Remember, he's tall. He's sneaky tall.
How tall is he?
I don't know, like 6'2", 6'3", maybe.
Well, he is pretty big if he's that tall.
That's what I'm saying. But I know he's a sociopath and maybe like doesn't care, but like maybe all these like indictments been weighing on him and he can't eat,
Yeah, he's like eating less.
Yeah. Or he's stress eating. He's stress eating.
I don't want the KFC. No more Diet Cokes. They're giving me the I'm nervous. They give me the jitters.
Just bring me the steak with the ketchup so I can throw it against the wall.
The Diet Cokes are giving me the jitters. I can't sleep. Lindsey Graham won't stop. Lindsey Graham won't stop texting me. Mitch McConnell froze on FaceTime. I've seen him do it 100 times already before everyone else did. I knew he was freezing before anyone else. It's a big deal. But I like him. I didn't want to say anything, but I had to. I had to say something, let everyone know. Mitch McConnell freezes all the time. And it's a bad deal. It's the worst deal we've ever had. It's the worst freezes I've ever had.
Do the freezes have anything to do with climate change?
Of course. Why wouldn't it? That's what they tell me. They say trust science. I trust science. I trust it. I trusted more than anything else. But Fauci's a bad guy. That's bad science. Everyone knows that's bad. Can't trust that guy. I said that. I was the first to tell everyone not to trust him. That was
What
me.
about Bill Nye?
And I knew it at warp speed, just like how I came out with that vaccine at warp speed, you guys. Never been done faster than that. Everyone's going to talk about it for forever. Since Spanish flu, worse than Spanish flu, you guys. Sorry, I
Christ.
felt like I got like a little Trump in a little Trump world.
Were you and Tucker drinking or what?
Like, maybe. I like Tucker. Tucker's good.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's one of the good ones, as my dad used to say about the help. It's one of the good.
All right, so let's get into this debate. We don't have to go too hard on it, but
it was what. So first of all, it was.
Yeah, what's your takeaway? What's a big take? Big take. 30,000 foot view.
They're all kind of stupid.
Headline. Give me a headline.
It was a little chaos.
Who won? Who won?
The people that walked away looking better than when they came into it.
Give me a winner.
I mean, I don't think there really was. If there's a winner, somebody who walked away.
Give me that pundit shit.
Either Haley or Pence.
Pence? I didn't think he was a winner.
No,
Jesus Christ.
I think that he. But Pence talked more. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me say what I'm saying as you rock back and forth. Well, we can just talk about each candidate one by one. That's what we can do. So we'll talk about Pence first. Pence, first of all, Pence is a fucking weirdo. And he's always talking about Jesus and made it super religious based. But he did show some aggression. He did have some choice words for people. He was a topic of conversation. And he got other people to like back him and him doing his job. So you could see that Pence was almost used in certain spots as a bridging of the gap of being like, this guy was a part of January 6th, but he did the right thing, right? And they asked everybody, which is super fucking awkward. But it was funny. He was like, hey, well, can I talk? Because like I was kind of a part of that. Like that was funny. But he showed a little bit of aggression and attitude and kind of took a stance. I don't agree with what he's saying, but I'd say he won more people over than he turned people off tonight. He did.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I have a different take on that. But also, like, Brett Baers was the host, and he like goes to Mike Pence. He's like, Mike, it's not helping, because like Mike Pence kept on trying to like get the question to him, and like they kept going to him like, oh, yeah. Mike, they didn't mention you, Mike. It's not your turn. Yeah. But he like literally like a child was like, it's not helping. Like you talking over me. Like that was, I mean, I don't know.
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah. Anyways,
but they were all doing that.
I think like the biggest thing that I remember, I mean, I told you that Ramaswamy is a fucking moron, and he just goes, when he goes, he's like, everybody on here is bought and paid for besides me. He's like, so I could say it, climate change is a hoax. Like I did not expect. Okay, he goes, everybody here's bought and paid for. I thought that would lead to like by the oil industry. So let me tell you that climate change is real. No. Everybody's bought and paid for. Climate change is a hoax, says Ramaswamy. That's not what we're saying. Don't X us, YouTube.
No, he was trying to like do these like big truth bomb goofy things and saying some pretty wild shit.
I've listened to a lot of interviews with him, like long form interviews with him, like recently, and I've seen him before because he used to go on Bill Maher's show like a bunch, and then he just went on Bill Maher's podcast, and I listened to that shit too. Dude is a fucking, like, he acts like he tries to sound smart, and he like is articulate, therefore people pay attention to him, but he has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. And your girl Haley, was like, he did literally said that he didn't know anything about any of this until 6 months ago.
Yeah, she probably had the best moment when she shut him the fuck up.
Yeah, she was like, and it shows.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, like you don't know what you're talking about, and it fucking shows. Like you're everyone was like, damn. She walked away looking really good. She made some good points. She had a strong. There was a lot of.
She seemed normal. A
lot of female cheers. She showed us some aggression and being confrontational, but whenever she was talking about being pro-life, pro-choice, and about a woman's right to choose when it comes to a federal abortion ban, she took the opposite stance and actually got, like, I felt like a little bit more support. And that's a swing.
And on the fiscal responsibility, she was like, Republicans asked for $7 billion in earmarks, and Democrats only asked for $2 billion. So who's the ones who are the, so
yeah, she was like. Yeah, she also said, like, you couldn't do a federal abortion ban if you wanted to. You don't have enough votes. And she's like, and we know that, so quit acting like you do. That that approach
I
was
appreciate
good.
shit like that. Yeah,
And
but I mean, you and I appreciate that. But does the Republican Party?
well, I think that there's women who vote Republican, and there's women who are moderates or swing voters who they're hearing some of the issues that they have. So let's say they agree with the woman's right to choose, but they don't necessarily agree with a lot of other democratic ideologies, so they decide not to. That's somebody, or they vote Democrat, but they really don't want to, but they would on that issue. She's the type of person that could sway them.
I know, but do they vote in a Republican primary? That's the problem.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's where I think there's going to be.
They have to get to the big dance in order to swing independence. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought that she walked away good.
Me too. I agree.
Chris Christie. I mean, I think he had a couple moments where he's just like fudging up and being goofy.
I know, but then they asked him about the UFOs, and he used that as it didn't matter what you asked him, he was able to spin it, he's like, well, the way to be president is to level with the American people
about everything.
Yeah.
I don't think he walked away any better or any worse.
Right.
Asha Hutchison.
Yeah,
just looks like a.
People want to boo the shit out of him.
He looks like an idiot. He just. Sounds...
I know people want to boo the shit out of him, but he does. He's older and he talks he's from Arkansas, so I feel like people feel bad booing him.
Well, he's just robotic as fuck. Everything he say was obviously.
And then I don't think the governor of North Dakota is ready for prime time.
Well, he was out there, so apparently he was playing pickup basketball and tore his Achilles.
That's why you were saying break a leg.
Yeah, so he tore his Achilles this morning and was up there in a cast on crutches.
Sad.
And he was talking about it before. He was doing an interview before the debate, and they were like, "Oh," and he was in tears, and he was like, "What our men and women in law enforcement and our troops sacrifice
for his knee?"
Yeah, for what they do for us, I can stand for 2 hours, and I could stand on one leg for 2 hours to stand up for our troops and this whole.
Do you think he was on hella painkillers?
I mean, he said that. No, he even said
on Fetty.
No, he even said I didn't take any. I could have, but I didn't think that was a good idea.
So he's in excruciating pain up there.
He's just
China.
What do you think about how DeSantis do?
Oh, fucking terrible, as usual.
He's cringy.
This guy he's so bad at politics. He's just yells, and then they're raise your hand if you believe in climate change, and he just before anybody could do anything, he's no, I'll answer the question.
It's weird. There was so many moments that he tried to have 10 viral moments where he's making some oh gotcha tag.
But you can see at the end, he's reading it, and he gets excited for himself that he reads it correctly or how he thinks it's supposed to be read, his little last minute script,
Yeah.
He's no mulligans, America, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's yeah, my super PAC's gonna love that.
Oh, shit yeah. Pfizer's gonna love the fuck out of that, man. I crushed that shit.
Yeah, fuck you, Disney.
Getting you that Maybach, baby. Let's fucking go, dude. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Woo! I wonder if they have those moments. Or they're just in the
Ramaswamy, go get my car.
Got that Vanguard check coming in, baby. Fuck yes, dude. God damn it, I'm getting that boat. I'm buying that fucking boat, dude. How can I not, dude? How would I not go that fucking boat, dude? Vanguard check, dude. Give me that shit right here, dude. Fuck yeah. Paying for my kids' college. Let's fucking go.
Jesus Christ.
You
DeSantis, calm down, man.
You did good, baby.
I think you'd be getting into the Balco labs that you guys have down there in Miami. Alex Rodriguez has been hanging out with you too much, dude.
I'm the limousine riding, jet flying, politic lying, gator wearing shoes. Woo! I'm the limousine riding, immigrant flying.
Tell him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm the limousine.
Venezuelan busing.
Yeah, I'm the Greyhound bus riding, immigrant flying. Disney fighting.
Mickey Mouse dying.
Yeah. Not allowed to wear Crocs. Woo!
Because they're gay.
Yeah.
Don't say Crocs in third grade.
I'm a don't say gayin'. No boys playing.
Drag queens swaying.
Yeah, seriously, dude. That'd be awesome. That's what we need to do is come up with like wrestling intros for all these people. I mean, I don't think any
or Real Housewives intros.
All right, and then obviously the last person, Mr. Controversy. How did you feel about his performance tonight? He started out pretty strong when he was like, "Yeah, everyone's paid for." He had some funny.
Who?
What's his name?
Ramaswamy.
Yeah, Ramaswamy.
Vivek the fake.
Yeah, Vivek. What did
that's what DeSantis was gonna call him.
How did you feel about his performance?
I think he's a complete and utter moron. I think he starts off. He's energetic, and I liked him beginning. Like this was like really smart by him. I know it's all like on purpose, but smiling. He's like having a good time up there. I think that goes a long way.
Yeah, he did say like, "Oh, we're having fun."
Yeah, and he's like smiling. He's like, yeah, like this is cool. Like we're like, this is awesome that I'm here. And like, then it's just like, then he just like, kind of, he says wild shit that like, if like it's seriously, he wants to destroy or not destroy. He wants to not defund the FBI. He wants to get rid of the FBI. He wants to give territory from Ukraine to Russia right now, everywhere Russia is, they get to keep right now. That's like his moves. Like he wants to abolish the Department of Education. He doesn't like know anything. Like he's like, oh, he only wants to defend Taiwan until we make enough semiconductors, and then once we're like independent of them from semiconductors, then China can have it, is what he says. Like this is the type of shit he's like very like he does like never thought about any of this, doesn't give a fuck. Like, this guy's dangerous like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., where it's like he seems like interesting, RFK Jr. because he's got the name or whatever, Vivek because he's like young and he's like entrepreneur who
the nuclear family is the best form of governance. Like what? Get out of here, weirdo.
Right. I like that.
Basically,
who says that he sounded like ChatGPT. That was funny.
Yeah, that was Chris Christie. He's like, this ChatGPT guy.
That was good.
But he was talking shit about single moms. He was like slamming single moms. It's like, damn, bro.
Yeah, then your boy Scott's like, oh, I talk slow because I'm from the South.
Yeah. And
I had a single mom.
I hear him say that all the time. And I was doing wild shit when I was 9, and I didn't know if the American dream would be there for a kid like me.
I was chugging Mountain Dew all the way to my dome, and I had diabetes.
I used to drink Mountain Dew every day. All day I wake up, I have a cup. If I woke up, I was thirsty. At night, I'll just drink it from the jug. And then I got diabetes.
I lost my leg.
Do you know anyone with diabetes?
I say your Tim Scott or whatever the fuck it says.
I lost 4 toes and I went from a shoe 12 to an 8. That Tim Scott sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ramaswamy was just goofy and saying like catchy shit, trying to be. And
right,
like,
that's what he does. And then he also, have you seen him rap?
Yeah, I've seen him rap. Lose Yourself.
Right. It's like even though I'm the best rapper alive, I wouldn't do that. Because like it's just cringe when you're a politician and you just like nobody's asking for that. It's like if you were like at a party with Jay-Z and then somebody caught you on film, like
do that.
No. I'm saying like if you were like hanging out and somebody like caught you like doing a freestyle with Jay-Z, like that'd be kind of cool if it was like but like you performing it on stage in Iowa. That's not like
to like
cool.
a bunch of
to lose yourself of all.
To a bunch of Quakers.
Yeah,
they're like, I don't know how I feel.
The one white rapper.
I don't know how I feel about this. We don't even drink soda at the house, and he's doing Eminem. I mean, my mom wouldn't let me listen to that when I was a boy. I don't know if
Yeah, I mean, I guess Detroit is close.
Rama what?
Rama.
Ram? No,
Rama.
I'm a
Not
Ford.
gonna.
I'm a Ford guy. I'm a Ford guy. I don't like Dodge.
Rama
No,
saying his name wrong.
no. He's tapping into this, you know, conspiracy based.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. He believes like 9/11. He's a 9/11 truther. Climate change is a hoax. That's insane. I can't believe he said that out loud.
Yeah, but he just wants to have that clip for his TikTok.
What a fucking idiot.
And it'll be to like some inspirational quote. It'll be like some Andrew Tate quote. It'll be like, you gotta get out there and you gotta fucking do it. You just gotta say the fucking truth. It'll be like, climate change is a hoax. Ah. It'll drop more cheers on it. And this
Who's bought and paid for by the climate change lobby? Like, what is he talking about?
You're bought and paid for by...
By who? Oh yeah, and then what
Drew
about
Green? Drew Green pays his bills.
Yeah, and then when DeSantis was like, all these attorney generals are bought or they're paid for by George Soros. One person, George Soros is 94. Like, when you guys?
Yeah, that was wild. When these like brings
like,
up. That's what I'm saying is
about?
when they say that George Soros shit. Yeah, they're like those are like dog whistles.
I know.
For like
because he's Jewish.
Because like for like crazy people.
Yeah, dude, it's weird.
And what they're shutting down all of their Florida operations slowly over time in like Disney to move them to other places.
Oh yeah, and then he just took away free passes for employees to Disney World. Did you see that?
Well, he's calling for them to call off their lawsuit. He's like, "Hey, don't sue us."
But didn't they revoked all free passes for employees, like all discounts for employees for Disney parks? Like what? Like because they have the board, I guess, right? Is that how it works? I don't know.
Probably something stupid
insane.
like that. Well, because now they're not getting as much money from it because they're dipping. So now they're trying to siphon off as much money as possible.
DeSantis, what an idiot.
Yeah, he was dumb. He was talking about like shit that he did. He wasn't really even answering any questions.
I know, and then he kept saying that thing where he's like, I was next to Navy SEALs in Iraq and Fallujah. It's like, bro, you were a JAG officer. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're a lawyer. You're like in an office.
He's like, hey, you got that paperwork? Thanks, guys. Was it?
Yeah.
It's pretty hot. Like, it's pretty hot out there, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out with the Halliburton guys.
They need to get George W. Bush's team out there and swift boat his ass. Like, oh, they did a Kerry, but Kerry was actually in the shit. Like, he got a Purple Heart.
No, he's literally like, oh, they were gonna. It's hot, and it's hot in this office. They were gonna fix the AC, but the Halliburton guy that was coming with the new AC got blown up on the highway to hell from here. So they're sending another guy. So hopefully in like 2-3 days, I mean, we're dying in here.
I'm sweating in my white rain boots.
Woo! Let me tell you, man, it's tough. They make you wear this jacket all day, so you don't want any part of that. But how's it going out there, guys?
Did you hear what? Have you heard this? I just heard this story. How he met his wife.
No, but hold on. So separate thought, because now I'm imagining the guys that he's telling him to, like making fun
DeSantis?
of him. Yeah, so DeSantis, and he's getting dogged by the guys who come in and bring him paperwork because he's not doing shit.
He's supposedly in
and he had and everybody called him Mickey, and he had a little Mickey Mouse thing on his helmet, and that's why he hates Mickey Mouse. That's why
he did get married at Disney World. He got married there.
That's why he hates Disney.
He hates himself.
Is because of this guy who used to dog him.
All he wants to do is say gay, so he had to make a law where you can't say it.
Yeah.
That's how much he hates himself. Like,
yeah.
he just wants to say I'm gay.
I want to say it so bad.
I gotta make a law. He needs a dominatrix. He needs a dominatrix.
I need to take that word out of the vocabulary so I can't be it. But damn it, I'm good. Oh, I almost did it. I'll tell on myself. God damn it. Citizens arrest of me.
Meatball.
For saying the G word. It's the most dangerous word in the English language. And they said it all the time in Iraq, so I know what I'm talking about.
Next to the Navy SEALs.
You want a Mountain Dew? We only got diet.
How do you think I became meatball shaped?
Yeah. Why do you think they call me Meatball Wrong? Because I marinate my homemade meatballs in fucking Mountain Dew.
Best ones are from South Carolina.
Code red. Code red. That's South Carolina style. Jesus, Ron. No, but they're all just kind of clowns. Nikki Haley looked good. Christy looked the same. Ramaswamy was a wiener.
Yeah, he'll get some. I mean, dude, but the thing is, it's like, yeah, he'll not. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. He says he won't be vice president. He's like, I'm not a good number 2. It's like, okay, bro, you smell like number 2.
But if they asked him, he'd be like, "Yeah, sure. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, really?
Oh, I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, none of them are
like even Bill Maher was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You wouldn't be you're 38. You wouldn't just be the second most powerful person in the world. What are you talking about?"
Like, absolutely not. Number 1 or nothing.
Right.
That's just lip service because they have to.
And he's like, all pardon Donald Trump. Nobody here on the stage will say that. And it's like, yeah, why? Because you're crazy.
And at one point they were like, "You don't know what you're like." There was a couple times Pence told him, he's like, "You don't know what you're talking about."
He's like, "You mean that he would have to be guilty then?"
Yeah, he's like, "You'd have to be found guilty to be pardoned."
Pence thought that was going to be a great line, but nobody cared.
But it's true.
I know. But he said it like that. You're assuming that he was be guilty. That's how he said it. And then you also see like Tim Scott at one point was like, "In the United States," and then he like had to stop himself because it was like he was trying to get into that like Martin Luther King, Barack Obama types, and then he was like, "Oh, that's not this moment. That's
not it.
I have to stop myself.
I gotta save that.
My mom's single.
You gotta save that.
My mom could never get like she got laid one time and then she was single.
Then she was stuck with me
the whole time.
Yeah, just trying to get.
She could never get a boyfriend.
Yeah. She's still worried about giving me the American dream.
My mom was too ugly to have a boyfriend.
Oh shit, dude! Tim Scott's about to go Super Saiyan, dude.
Is that what he's saying? My mom was so ugly that she was just a single mother the whole time.
She worked 3 jobs.
Because nobody would.
She
had no social life because
just
nobody
to make
liked
sure
to hang out
I got diabetes. My mom worked 3 jobs. Woman's a saint.
Mountain Dew's expensive. Inflation.
That shit ain't cheap. And back in the day, it was made with the real sugar cane, motherfucker. So that shit was delicious.
Got that sugar.
It had that extra pizzazz that sodas are lacking today.
I'm gonna get real sugar back into every vending machine. Fuck Michelle Obama.
I can't wait till I'm like 60. I'm gonna make such a good old man, just like shouting at people like this. You don't know shit. Like saying like wild shit to people. They're like, what?
You're just gonna become Tim Scott, is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically, only with smaller teeth. Sorry, bro. That dude's got some big ass teeth. I'm not even trying to like just dog him like that, but he's not. And he's like, and there's a lot to him. I feel like he's a big imposing figure in person. Like that motherfucker just looks tall and like pear shaped and just like leaning over, you know, with some like big ass teeth.
Does he give you Bubba Gump vibes?
Yeah, but he's like Bubba Gump's like cousin that like went to Magny State, like graduated, went to college, and like was doing good, like didn't necessarily was living comfortably without the Bubba Gump money, but gladly took it to live outside his means. Like that guy. That's Tim Scott. That's what he looks like.
Gotcha.
He owned a suit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have so he was ready the moment they.
He was like second generation. He was like Bubba's like.
In the picture where it's like, oh, Gump family, or Bubba Gump fortune bestowed on like, you know, fallen veterans mom. In that picture in the paper, he's the motherfucker that already had a suit. He already had a suit. Everybody else is like normal. It's like, oh, they're just like, we're not going to change too much. This is before he was already like on some bougie shit.
Gotcha.
So they kind of give him shit now for being poor because they're like rich, and he just got like a little piece.
Yeah, but his only vice was the Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why the teeth.
Yeah. All right. Should we end it?
Yeah, I mean, do you think they're all back for the next one?
No. Because like the requirements go higher. Next one is just down the street from me. So me and Brady were just talking about getting tickets. I don't know if they'll let like a liberal Democrat in the audience over there at the Ronald Reagan Library, but yeah, I was just in Simi Valley. on Saturday.
Who do you think's
like
out?
Down the street.
Who do you think's out?
Asa Hutchinson.
Hutchison. I think North Dakota guy.
Yeah, he's probably out.
Um, yeah, probably those two.
Yeah, and then maybe somebody. Maybe I don't know if anybody's on the cusp of coming in, but yeah, I could see it getting down to like Christie, Pence, Haley,
But I think that
DeSantis. I mean, I don't know how long. I know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not in the prediction game.
I think that Vivek.
Just kidding. I'm in the prediction game.
I think he sticks around for at least one or two more.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, he's rising up. He's literally ahead of DeSantis in a lot of polls. He's number 2 in a lot of polls. He's overall like average 3rd, so he's fine. Like after this, he'll get some sort of bump, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Even though he looked like a fucking idiot to a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh,
that is a man who speaks for me. I never thought I'd see a man that brown stand up for what I believe, and that's where I know that this is the great American melting pot.
Exactly.
Schoolhouse Rock, man. They taught me that, man. On a rainy day, you'd sit in the library.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up words, clauses, and phrases. Hey.
Hey.
I'm just a bill. Hey, I'm just a bill.
Hey.
No, I mean, it was... we'll have to discuss at the beginning of the next one this Trump Tucker interview, because I'm going to watch it probably like right now.
Should I go protest it? And then see if I can get on the air?
Oh, protest the debate?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Just with a sign that says like Vivek said.
Tim Scott loves Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Tim Scott. Mountain Dew gave Tim Scott diabetes.
Mountain Dew owns Tim Scott.
Yeah, Mountain Dew owns Tim Scott. Pepsi puppet.
Pepsi puppet. Pepsi pack puppet.
Code Red, Tim Scott.
Code Red, Pepsi puppet.
Code Red, Pepsi puppet. Tim Scott's deep in the dew, like some Baja Blast.
Is that the episode title? Code Red, Pepsi
and then
puppet.
you could roll it into Hurricane Hillary, and like this Baja Blast of bad weather we're getting is because Tim Scott won't stop pandering to the large soda lobby. Like that'd be amazing.
Yeah, Hurricane Hillary's emails.
That's what we need to do. Is just
Oh yeah, by the way, because the Globe, Like,
fill me in because you're.
Yeah, I was out here. Yeah, in California, we're having a hurricane, and all of a sudden we have a 5.1 earthquake that hits. It's like that's really close to where I was. Like
Did you feel it?
Yeah, dude. Of course.
Was it wild?
I was in bed. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it was big. I was like in disbelief. I was like, earthquake. We're having like when you live in California, like earthquakes aren't the biggest deal.
I've never been in one. They sound terrifying.
It's not like once you're like it does get your like heart racing and stuff like that, but it was so weird that we're having this. Like everybody was like, okay, we're not going out today, hurricane, we're like, we've known about it for a couple of days. It didn't really tell us like what to do, it was just like it was just gonna be like catastrophic flash flooding. It's like okay, so what do I do about that? And like just stay inside. It's like,
you're about to get a year's worth of rain in a day. You're like, what? That sounds preposterous. I was like,
right, and we've had all those atmospheric rivers, so it's like how is this going to be that much different? But I guess, where I was, it wasn't that bad at all. It just like consistently rained for a day. But
it just had the earthquake, so
But the earthquake happened. Yeah, and then it was like
it wasn't really raining, but the earth shook. So I feel lucky.
Yeah.
Is it already blown by? Is it gone?
Yeah, it was gone the next day.
Yeah.
But Palm Springs got hit real hard. But that's like, further south and east for me.
Well, it's like when I was out there, when I was in like Malibu and stuff, it was like this area or any of this is getting hit with like big storms. Like some of the shit's fucked. This whole area is not like equipped for it.
Nah. 23 miles of scenic beauty, bitch.
Well, then
get out of our quiet beach town, homie.
Hey, dude, I was just vibing. I was respectful.
Well, don't put that shit out in the air.
My bad, dog. I'm just saying some of it looked
gang gang.
Oh, shit, sorry. You do remind me of the people who hang out under the houses. I don't want any trouble, man.
Yeah.
I was just taking a pee because there's no bathrooms.
Well, I did get arrested in Malibu for peeing on the side of the PCH, so there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about it.
Well,
I went to Melly Gibson's jail.
That's right.
Passed by Moon Shadows. You know what I'm saying? Melly Gibson's place.
What's up?
Melly Gibson and the Passion of the Christ.
Passion of the Gibson.
Hey.
The Patriot.
A Christian played Jesus in Passion of the Christ. It's some bullshit.
No, dude, that's...
Jesus was a Jew.
Allegedly.
All right, close this out.
For Mel Gibson, he's like, allegedly. No, we all just be safe, pay attention. The world's crazy. Hawaii's on fire. There's wildfires in Greece. There's 110-degree temperatures in Texas. Like, it's just why the world's crazy. So be nice to each other.
Hey.
Please. Do you have anything?
Meditate, bitches.
That's it? Just meditate? All right. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Go fuck yourselves. Peace out.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Recording stopped.